Lane Hurt here with head volleyball coach Chris Poole. Coach, we're about the halfway point of the season. 11-2 on the season, 4-0 in the ACC. Have things gone kind of how you expected them to go early on?
You know, I think we are about as good as we could be right now when you consider we're 11-2. We've had a great start. The two losses we lost to were both teams, Florida and Minnesota, that are very good, top 5 programs. And we just weren't able to put it all together those nights in order to win. But I feel like we're doing a lot of things well, and I do feel that as the season progresses, we're going to continue to get better. There's still things every week we're putting into our lineup that I think will make us a little bit better. I think consistency needs to be higher than it is part of the time. We play a little bit on peaks and valleys at times, but I feel like that the girls are working really hard, and that's going to make a difference.
You like to challenge your team with that schedule. You have your eyes forward on the RPI and postseason. Are you happy with the way that the team responded to the challenge, and do you think these matches have helped put your team in position to be where you want to be at the end of the season?
Yeah, I do feel like the team has certainly stepped up to the challenge. They know that these are tough matches to play. The biggest thing with the RPI is you only have a certain amount of control. You know, you draw the teams that you want to play, but then you're dependent upon them to have great years. And so it's their records that are going to make a difference at the end. And so we're rooting for all those teams that we've been playing. We want them to do well. We want them to have a great record. And that's going to distinguish whether our RPI is higher or lower when it comes to the end of the year. I think we've got the right teams on the schedule. We've done our job on playing well and being successful, but we just need to step up a little bit more and realize that some of these up and down motions that we're making during a match, we need to be able to be consistently high and play at a high level all the time.
At times this year, it seems like the team's block has been really dominant. Right now, you're ranked in the top 20 in blocks per set. Melanie Kyle's ranked in the top 10 individually in blocks per set. How has the block really kind of shaped what this team's been able to do?
It's got to be an identity of ours. I mean, we recruit to have bigger, stronger athletic players, and so we really expect our block to be strong for us. We're trying to build the whole defense. Block is only first line of defense, and so we want it to be good, back row and front row, and then work together. We've had some problems with players being out of position, and that's not always in the groove that we need to be for that block to be as successful with the defense behind it. And so we're trying to work on that some right now, but individually I feel like we've got some players that could be very good, and that's what it's allowed us to have some strength there with our block. It is an identity that I've always had in my programs, and something we take a lot of pride in.
Looking forward to the remainder of the season. 2 huge matches with UNC left, one this weekend up there in Chapel Hill, plus teams like Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech, Notre Dame still on the schedule. What's it going to take for this team to at least have a shot coming into that last weekend at the ACC?
You know, with there not being a tournament in the ACC, it's every match is important. You can't drop a match that you're anticipating winning, and so we look at it as respect every opponent we play. North Carolina just happens to be our next opponent, and they're the preseason favorites to win the ACC. So we're putting all of our energy right now to try to get ready for this North Carolina trip. And North Carolina State, of course, just took them to 5 sets a week ago. So we're playing a tough road trip here. We've got to be ready to step up. We were very lucky in having our first 2 weekends at home for the ACC, but now we also have 5 more away weekends for the rest of the season. It's a lot of travel, and we're going to have to really step up and play the way we're capable of playing, and realize that every team wants to be able to knock us off, and we're going to have to, realize that staying healthy, making sure they're doing things right on and off the court, and they're very focused in the training sessions is going to make a difference in whether we win or not.
Thank you, Coach, for taking some time with us. And Seminole fans, make sure you keep tabs on the volleyball team this weekend. Huge weekend, starting with number 10 North Carolina on Friday. So for Coach Poole, I'm Lane Hurt. Go Noles.